in 2013, which brought together young members of parliament below the age of 35 then, when we were 50 of us. Proud of the work that was done, but there's still much more to be done. So we have the legislation, we have the laws, but really are these institutions representative, and do our people feel that they engage? Kenya is a young country, Africa is a young continent. Our median age is 19.8 years. The young people are the majority. The young people of Kenya have shown, I'm a millennial, the millennials and the Gen Zs, that they're not begging to be heard. They're not begging for a place on the table. If they're not on the table, there shall be no table. If they're not on the table, there'll be no table. I kept saying that if you're not on the negotiating table, you're on the menu. This generation has refused. There's no menu for anyone if they're not part of that. And I think we should all be jolted to understand that there must be meaningful participation, not token participation. There must be radical transparency, not just surface transparency or shows of inclusion. They will not be taken for a ride. I believe that. Of course, a major issue is employment, as I got to wind up. The average young person in our country is well educated, deserving an opportunity. I'm proud that in the last 2 years as governor, I've been able to employ 5,000 young people, but that is not enough. That is just, scratching the surface. Government does not exist to employ, but to create the environment through which the young people themselves and the private sector can thrive and employ and create these opportunities and jobs. Institutions don't talk to institutions. It's people who talk to people. We must listen. We must have meaningful discussions with our young people. I know many Nairobians and Kenyans in the last 2 months asked, Governor, you're quiet. And I said, sometimes it's time to listen. It's time to understand. Many times leaders are so quick to jump and offer solutions, yet you don't get the point. I think there is honor in listening, there is dignity in understanding, and there's respect in meaningful engagement. We continue to invest in facilities, and I'm happy to hear what my brother Governor Timami is doing in Lamu, sports facilities, social halls, to give young people spaces to come together and grow their talent. But now we're co-creating with them. We've changed our model. We don't give solutions already prepared to our young people. They know what they want, I love our one-stop youth center in the CBD, and a lot of creativity is emanating from that. And for now, we're co-creating with our young people. How do we sort out the water issues in our city? How do we solve solid waste management? How do we work on our road network, our transit? The days of prepared and curated solutions being forced down the throats of our youth are over. And if any leader wants to survive, they must understand that. One of the things I did when I got into office, and our administration we did, was to ban a very archaic rule that was there in Nairobi for decades, that you couldn't take photos in the CBD. It was a very stupid rule. Today, if you walk in the streets of Nairobi on a Saturday or on a Sunday, you'll see hundreds of young people with their cameras, with their video cameras, with their phones, with umbrellas that have lights, doing work, earning a living through their creativity. It didn't cost us money. It just needed us to listen to them. Many today can earn a livelihood from their talent. Next week, we'll be opening Nairobi's Innovation Week, an initiative that primarily brings together various players in the tech sector and young people. In its second year, it's an important platform as we navigate the rapidly evolving landscape of technology and co-creation of solutions in this urban setting. I believe in the value of investing in our young people. I still consider myself young. In our country, if you're below the age of 60, you're young. You're a young politician. You're very young. So when I see what we call the young tax saying they're young, I think politically I'm like a fetus, So I believe in the value of investing in our young people, in empowering them more, in giving them opportunities. For now, it remains only to say, my fellow young people, I believe in you, the young people of Africa, the young people of Kenya, the young people of Nairobi. I believe in your diligence, in your intelligence, in your patriotism. I know you love our continent. I know you love your countries. and that you want to make something out of yourselves. And I promise, together with many of my colleagues, that we will do everything in our power to make those dreams come true. May God bless you. I wish you a nice time in Nairobi. For those who are visiting, welcome to the green city in the sun. Welcome to the city that doesn't sleep. Please enjoy the city of Nairobi. Don't just stay in the UN complex. Nairobi has a lot to show and to offer. First, it's the only capital in the world where you can be looking at animals in their natural, untouched, unspoiled habitat. And in the background, you have the skyline of a modern capital. And that's the Nairobi National Park. Secondly, it is in Kenya. For those who are not from Kenya, it is in Kenya that the earliest fossils of humankind were found, in Turkana. So it is everyone's home. So welcome back home. Please take time to enjoy the sights and sounds of Nairobi and of our country. God bless all of you.
Thank you, Governor.